3, 2, 1.
Step 4, make sure you're well rested for the day and you have plenty of make sure you're well rested for the day and make sure you have plenty of energy for the rest of the day when you finally have to do that finally. I'm just gonna end it there.
You know when you have a dream when you sleep and you have a dream where you have a dream when you sleep and when you have a dream that it already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to day 5 of the Advent Calendar Challenge for the Jack Ruhl Show. And today, you get to know a little bit of geography. That's right, I'm going to tell you about the 5 places I've lived. Here we go. 1, I was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then I moved to Georgia, and then I moved to Florida. I lived in Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital. It's where the Florida State Seminoles are. FSU is one of my favorite colleges, mainly because they're college football, even though our head coach just left. So I love Florida State University. I love North Carolina, especially the UNC Tar Heels. Go UNC basketball. And then after Tallahassee, Florida, in 2009, we moved up to Pennsylvania, where I've lived until 2017. And then on August 19th, 2017, I moved from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, all the way down to Orange County, California, where I'm living right now. I don't know if you can technically call this living in California. I think it's living in California because I'm staying here for a longer time than normally, but I don't have a home here, so use that information as you want. Also, I had someone suggest I put my address on here so that anyone that wants to send me mail can send me mail, or if you want to send Joey, or Hulu, or Hunter, or Tori, or Justin mail, especially Justin, my address will be below. You can ship anything you want there, letters, packages, heartfelt notes about how much you love or hate the Jack Ruhl Show. Anything you guys want, you can send there. Just don't send anything that'll get me in trouble. And that is day 5 of the Jack Ruhl Show Advent Calendar Challenge. Now back to the beginning.
What is up? Justin here. I'm filling in for Jack as he's editing today's video. I'm here to talk to you about the winds that is currently happening right now. Last night, the winds were pretty bad. They were in upwards of like, what, 20 miles an hour? That doesn't seem like much, but when you're walking out there, it's pretty bad because it pushes you everywhere. Like you're just walking down the street and you're being pushed by the wind. But today, the winds are supposed to be in the upwards of 30 miles an hour to 40 miles an hour. And that is what we call the Santa Ana winds. The Santa Ana winds were one of the main reasons why the canyon fire got so big in like October or something. And it is one of the main reasons why we had to evacuate here at Chapman. But today, the Santa Ana winds are back in full strength, sadly. With the winds being as strong as 30 to 40 miles an hour, it might be bad to just walk around because at that point, it's hard outside. So for a reminder, what are the Santa Ana winds? The Santa Ana winds are strong, extremely dry, downslope winds in Southern California and northern Baja California that develops usually during fall and winter. And then it starts in the deserts down in Southern California, but it builds and builds until there's just such a huge amount of high pressure in the desert that it just pushes out all the wind to the lower pressure areas. If you know what that type of stuff is, you'll understand. The severity of the Santa Ana winds varies year by year. Sometimes it's very weak, sometimes it's very strong, like right now. And basically it's just a weather phenomenon that happens here because of the amount of different climates that are in Southern California with the combination of the desert, the grasslands, and the cold and hot areas that are down here. And then it just builds and builds until it gets to the point where the Santa Ana winds are just very, very strong. So it's not as windy as it was last night, but for an example of what the winds are right now at about 2 p.m. The winds are pretty weak right now. It's not strong, but it's not calm either. This is actually a lot of wind for a normal day, but it's supposed to be a lot worse later in the night with, as I said earlier, winds rising up to like 30 to 40 miles an hour. So if you're coming back from class later today and you're at Chapman, you better be prepared. There's gonna be a lot of wind.
It is still super windy outside. The wind is crazy right now. So, the wind has definitely picked up since earlier, but it's not incredibly terrible. But today's been a pretty busy day. I woke up around 7:45 and I just felt really sick. So I emailed Professor Linson, my intro to visual storytelling professor. I told him that I'm not going to be able to make it to class today. So we're going to have to screen our final cut for Unlucky Luke, my pilot, on Thursday, which is 2 days later than I had wanted to, but that's okay. And then I missed Ultimate Frisbee class. I'll still be able to be there Thursday though. Lord willing. If I'm not sick then. knock on wood. But yeah, so after that, I edited the Jack Ruhl show for 4.5 hours. Like, I made sure to get lunch with Hunter and Justin, and then I came back and exported it. I just got it uploaded because of restrictions on time. I met with my friend Max in the library so we could talk about our oral presentation due in Spanish tomorrow. And now I'm just working on some stuff for the Jack Ruhl show, reading some emails, that kind of stuff, just catching up with you people. So today's definitely been a work day, but I wanted to share a note I got with you guys from my dad. Hold on, let me switch lenses real quick. There we go. Alright, it's a little bit zoomed in a little more. So earlier my dad texted me and he asked me how my quality and quantity of sleep was. And so I told him, honestly, I've been sleeping pretty well when I do sleep, but I don't get that much sleep unless I've been sick for the past couple days. This weekend I got a lot of sleep. And he just reminded me to keep my priorities straight and that quality sleep and nutrition is important. Because if I'm only eating one meal a day, it's probably not the best for me. So he encouraged me to be healthy in my sleep patterns, my eating habits, and I think that's something a lot of college kids could relate to. Why is my hair so staticky? Side note real quick, my hair is super frizzy right now and I have no clue why. But up here, my blanket's super frizzy. This is super frizzy. Like, you see that? Why is it doing that? Why is my hair being so frizzy? You can like hear it, you can hear it being staticky. Why? Why? Okay, I'm putting a hat on. Okay, but yeah, that's something I wanted to share with you guys, just to let you know that it's important to keep your priorities straight, get enough sleep, eat enough food, drink a lot of water. That's one tip I'm getting a lot lately. And just remember that your health comes first. But now I gotta get to class. Prime time is tonight, and afterwards, Justin and I are gonna share our top tips with you guys for getting through Dead Week. So, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and now we're gonna go to our top 10 tips for surviving Dead Week. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Step 1, get organized. Break up what you need to know by when you need to know it, and then plan out your schedule. Get the first things you need to get done, and things that are hardest to get done first, and then after that, things will be more of a breeze.
Step 2, go to class. Make sure your teacher knows that you're actually participating in class and that you're trying to learn, and also go to class so you know what to learn and what to study for.
Netflix, your best buddy and friend for when you need to, just take a load off for, a couple minutes or hours or days or forever, and classes are relevant, all this is irrelevant.
Step 4, get some sleep. Make sure you're well rested for the day and you have plenty of energy.
Step number 5, eat and drink healthy. The more hydrated you are, the better sleep you get, the more focused you are, get you ready to ace those finals. Better you eat, more energy, you'll be chilling, you'll be ready to just take on the world. So eat and drink healthy.
Hey, another great way to, prepare for the whole week is just to stalk your favorite person in the world. Like, did you know that his favorite flavor of ice cream is vanilla berry? Not even just regular vanilla, but vanilla berry.
Step number 7, make sure you study. Make sure you know what's important for the final and make sure you know what's important for life.
Step number 8, collaborate with your friends, form study groups, get study guides, do whatever you guys can need to so that you can work together and make sure you ace your finals.
Teachers, number 9, very important. Talk to them, find out what's possibly on your final exam, make sure that you're going to class so you're getting that participation points, and also they're willing to work with you a lot of times if you're willing to work with them. Also, especially if, the subject's on Michael Gribble.
Step number 10, the best one of all, the one we all do, you'll admit it. When you need to study, don't actually study. Just complain about how much you need to study. Let everybody in the world know, but don't actually do it.
So that's our 10 tips to surviving Dead Week. Comment below if you have any tips for us so that we can get your advice as well. Now, let's wrap up the show. Well, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got some value from our 10 tips for Dead Week. And as always,
be awesome.
Be awesome.
More? More?
No.
I'm gonna zoom in and say, be awesome, and then kiss his hat.
No, I'm fine.
Please?
No.
Justin, do it for the show.
I'm gonna kiss my hat.